The Finnieston Crane is an iconic figure in the Glasgow skyline. When I think of Glasgow from an architectural perspective, it's hard for me not to picture the Finnieston Crane. She has stood on the north bank of the Clyde for 92 years, and in this video we are going to find out when she was built and what purpose she was built for. So the Finnieston Crane, when it was built, wasn't actually called the Finnieston Crane. It was known as the Stob Cross Crane, but she sits in the north bank of the River Clyde in the Finnieston area of Glasgow, and more commonly known as the Finnieston Crane. The Stob Cross Crane, or the Finnieston Crane, sits on the north side of the River Clyde in Glasgow's Finnieston area. She is a giant cantilever crane, meaning that she has one long arm that extends horizontally and is only fixed at one end to a vertical support. The vertical support, or the tower part of the crane, is fixed to the ground and does not move. The horizontal arm at the top of the tower can rotate 360 degrees, and a hook can slide along the arm back and forth, making it perfect for loading ships given the location to where it was built so close to the River Clyde's edge. The crane is 175 foot high with a 152 foot long jib and has a lifting capacity up to 175 tonnes. The crane was completed in 1931 and commenced operation in 1932. The tower was built by Cowans, Sheldon and Company of Carlisle, and the cantilever by the Cleveland Bridge Engineering Company, under the supervision of Daniel Fife, mechanical engineer to the Clyde Navigation Trust. The total cost of the crane and the foundations was £69,000. In today's money, that would be around the value of £6 million. So what purpose was the Finnieston Crane built for? As most people know, Glasgow was world famous for shipbuilding in the 19th and 20th century. The crane's primary purpose was to load heavy locomotives, which is also known as steam train engines, onto cargo ships for export. These locomotives were built in St Rollox in the Springburn area of Glasgow. It is estimated that 25% of all the world's locomotives were built at the St Rollox works in the north of Glasgow, and of the 28,000 locomotives that came out of the yard, 18,000 were exported to every corner of the world, with the other 10,000 being built for various UK railways. The crane was also used to fit ships' engines for yards which lacked their own fitting out dock, and to load heavy armaments into warships during war times. The Finnieston Crane is one of 4 of its kind that still stands next to the River Clyde till this day. The other remaining 3 cranes are the White Inch Crane, the Clydebank Crane, also known as the Titan, and lastly the Greenock Crane. There was a 5th crane in the Govan shipyards which has now been demolished. Nowadays the Finnieston Crane lies dormant and unused, but stands as a constant reminder of Glasgow's rich shipbuilding past. The last time the crane was used was in 1988 and was deemed not to be in working order, but to this day she still remains a symbol of the city's engineering heritage. And as the city's skyline has changed round about her over the years, she stands as a constant reminder to Glasgow's past. There is plans for the crane in Glasgow for it to become home to a £7 million visitor centre, museum and restaurant. And I personally would like to see some of the city's money injected into some sort of redevelopment or a museum, because I think the crane deserves it. I think a museum should be built so people can learn about this amazing crane that has done so much for Glasgow over the years. So guys, if you enjoyed my video on this famous Glasgow crane, please leave a like and subscribe, as it will encourage me and also keep you guys up to date with more of my content. Thank you.